Hey everybody, welcome to a bonus video on the Mana Leek. I'm John as always, and my favorite, not unstable, draft format is back on Arena with human drafting for the very first time. So we're going to play it. Unfortunately, it is best of one. This format is not going to be as good as it was in best of three, as it will be in best of one. Surprise, that's how every format works. But I can't not play it. So we're going to jump into a draft and see if I can remember how to draft this. I had a rather high win rate with it. One of the big tricks is you definitely want to try to get into monocolor if you can. Monocolor is rewarding. So let's see what we can do. We start out with a Feasting Troll King, which is a good card. It is a good card, but of course you are committing to green with that card. There's also a Glass Casket, which I think might be the best card in the pack for staying open, but I think I might just take the Troll King. If we can get into green, if we can get some Fierce Witch Stalkers, get back this Curious Pair, which is a totally fine card that does not look like a totally fine card. One of the big takeaways that I had with Eldraine was it was a set where bad cards looked like good, or cards that looked bad were good. Like Curious Pair, totally fine. Rosethorn Halberd, actually pretty good. But we can take Feasting Troll King, and I think we can just try to get as deep into green as we can. A little bit of green food would be pretty handy as well. He himself makes 3 food when he comes in. You sack 3 food and you pop him right back onto the battlefield from the graveyard. So let's grab this Feasting Troll King. I'm going to bet that some amount of these people have never drafted this format before, so we might have a little bit of a slow draft. We get past very little in green that I'm happy about. We'd play a Marrowleaf Rider if we had to, if we wanted to force it. And honestly, I think we might just force it, because this essentially cuts green from this pack. I don't think anybody's going to play a Sporecap Spider in best of one. I don't think anybody's going to play Fell the Pheasant. There are significantly better cards in this pack. There's a Flutterfox, there's a Fireborn Knight. The thing to remember with this format is the hybrid cards like Fireborn Knight look hard to cast. They're actually not. They're actually not that hard to cast at all, because you're ideally going to be fairly mono white or fairly mono red. And of course, if you're red white, this is just a 3 red or a 3 white card. This is a 4 mana colorless card in a 2 color deck. So don't get too afraid of these cards just because they look like they're hard to cast. But we're going to take this Marrowleaf Rider. We're going to force this Feasting Troll King a little bit. There was a rare taken, so we don't really know what's going on in this pack, but I bet we can get some Fierce Witch Stalkers and stuff like that. Let's hope anyways, let's hope. There's a Fierce Witch Stalker that I want. There's an Edgewall Innkeeper, which would be great if we could get into green-white adventures, perhaps, but I think I'm just happier with the Fierce Witch Stalker. Wildwood Tracker could come back around. Sir Alan's the best card in the pack by far, but I think we would just want to push into this Feasting Troll King. In best of one, I want to get into my lane a little bit more. I want to make sure I have a little bit more of a linear game plan, just because you don't have game 2 and game 3 to really have variance balance out for you. A lot of people think that the big difference between best of 3 and best of 1 is no sideboard, and best of 3 is better because you have sideboard. That's not the main thing. The main thing is that in game 2 and in game 3, you know what your opponent is doing, and so you can play differently, and that's very, 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 very important. And that's what you lose in best of 1. There's also an Ardenvale Tactician here, which is also exceptionally good, but I'm not going to take that as a super signal just yet. Here we just have a Curious Pair, which again I'll play in my deck. I'm not losing out on jumping into blue for any of those blue cards. The black cards are mediocre. The white cards are pretty darn bad. Trebuchet and Mad Ratter are pretty decent. Of course, they're slightly more specific decks that you want to be in. Obviously, you want to be in the blue-red draw multiple cards deck for Mad Ratter. And Brimstone Trebuchet, you want to be preferably in a Knight's deck. So I'm just going to take the Curious Pair. It's a pretty weak pick, but it's really going to continue to emphasize the cards that we have here, plus cut green to the person to our left here. So let's hope they didn't first pick a green card and are also forcing it. My guess here early in the format, assuming a lot of people drafting it have not drafted it before, a consistent monocolor deck probably will run people over. Here we get a Golden Egg. which is a card that I loved. It's 2 mana, draws a card. It's food for later if you need it. It's a mana for later if you are going to play a second color, or even a third color. You can do 3 color. It's just not super advisable. There's a Crashing Drawbridge if we were desperately afraid of Ginger Brute shenanigans, but I'm not taking it over Golden Egg. Tall as a Beanstalk is mediocre. Fell the Peasant's mediocre. Mirror Mage just a bad card. Joust is maybe the best card here, and Joust isn't even that good of a removal spell. Tempting Witch is also up there. I think Golden Egg might actually just be the best card in this pack, so we're going to take it. We get a Wildwood Tracker for our deck. There is a Lock Dragon here. There's a Steel Claw Lance. This tells me people don't know what they're doing in this format in my pod. Even this Tome Raider is fine. Even Vantress Paladin's okay. I just don't know that we're going to jump into another color here. Like, we're not playing Steel Claw Lance, not with what we have. And we would have to be green-blue or green-red to want to play a Lock Dragon, and in which case there, it does become a little bit harder to play. So I think I'm just going to stick the course, keep this Wildwood Tracker. Let's assume this is a bit of an aberration. It, I guess, was a bit of an aberration. There's nothing here that's good. This is my preview card from Throne of Eldraine, by the by. Burning Yard Trainer, I guess, is the best card in the pack. Again, you really want to be in Knights for it, and it's fine if you're in Knights. But I think I might just take Henji. Henji is a 3/3 in our deck if we are mono green. Scalding Cauldron is also pretty decent. You know, I feel like we can get a Henji, so let's take Scalding Cauldron here. We get another Golden Egg. Best card in this pack is Reaper of the Night, and then Moonlit Scavengers. Into the Story was always just a little bit too expensive to cast. Wolf's Quarry is possibly one of the worst cards in the set. I guess Deafening Silence is also up there. So we could jump into black-green food if we want to take this Reaper. I just don't know if it's actually a signal. It's a very good card, but we've seen nothing in black to make me think that. So I am actually just going to stick on this egg. Yeah, we don't get anything crazy in black here. We get another Curious Pair, which I can go with. We've got enough food now that I'd be very happy to push into green-black, because green-black does have food payoffs. We're not taking anything else in this pack, so let's take the Curious Pair. We get a Cauldron Familiar. It's fine. Obviously, if you have the Cauldron, it gets significantly more than fine, but maybe it'll make our deck. We'll see if we do end up black-green. Another Wildwood Tracker, absolutely. We can try to get into mono-green non-humans. I'm going to want those Rosethorn Halberds, but this is a really good and really aggressive deck if it goes off. Giant Skewer, it's not good. I played it a couple of times begrudgingly, but people overrate that card for sure. Queen of Ice was never as good as you wanted it to be. Everything about this card reads really well, and it just never really quite worked. We'll take the Foreboding Fruit just in case we do in fact end up black-green. Take a Tall as a Beanstalk, but we're not going to be hurting for playables and a Bargain. We get a Love Struck Beast, which I'm pretty dang happy with here. Just a solid card. You're not going to play 1/1s just because, but it's a very good card. There's a Beanstalk Giant, which I'd also be pretty happy with. Unfortunately, on the wheel, we're kind of all in on getting this Carver back, and I don't know if we will. We don't want either of these black cards. Yeah, I don't think we're getting anything back from this pack, but we got a Love Struck Beast, which works. Get a Scorching Dragonfire. Or just a Spinning Wheel. Spinning Wheel was really good if I remember correctly. Helps your mana, ramps you, and it's a tapper. Versus very, very, very good removal. And here we might get back a Merrileaf Rider. Maybe a Gingerbread Cabin. Ah, man, I'm having a brain fart. I can't remember if Spinning Wheel was in fact amazing or if I just really liked it. I think it was amazing. Let's go with it. Alright, so we get a Merrileaf Pixie. I basically never played green-blue in the format. Not because I didn't want to. I just never really ended up there. We're not missing much. We've got a Return to Nature, Insatiable Appetite. I don't want either of those. Fairy Guide Mother is really good. We already passed the Innkeeper, unfortunately. Guide Mother is really good. And we saw a couple of things suggesting to me that people aren't valuing white exactly. I'm going to take the Guide Mother just because if we are green with a bit of blue, the Marrowleaf Pixie is more like a 3/4/5 drop, which is much less good. So let's take the Guide Mother. We get past a Sir Alan if we're going to jump into white-green. And it looks like maybe our friend here to the left, where we cut green forcibly, is cutting green on us. So yeah, we'll take Sir Alan, and maybe we end up green-white. This is just a very good card. There's Merfolk Secret Keeper here. This, of course, was the Scourge of the bot format. It was pretty decent. The mill deck was very real in best of 3, in pod, with humans, etc. But it wasn't as common as it was with bots. But yeah, we'll take this Sir Alan, and I think we're going to be green-white here. What do we get? we get nothing. We get nothing. We get a couple of decent blue cards. Good black card. We get a Prized Griffin, which I don't think will even make our deck. Maybe it's like flood insurance, I guess? Yeah, let's take it. I don't like it, but let's take it. What do we get? We get the Rosethorn Halberd I've been looking for. There's a Tree Folk here that I would probably play. I think definitely play. Silverflame Squire that I would definitely play. These two cards are not as good. But yeah, Rosethorn Halberd's currently hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of our creatures, which is great. And Rosethorn Halberd onto a Wildwood Tracker is just fantastic. We could also pick up some Flutter Foxes, which would be really handy. But yeah, let's take Rosethorn. Nothing. Absolute nothing. I don't know what this person's cutting us on, but it appears to be exactly what we cut them on. Hopefully pack 3 will go back to us having all those green cards that we were getting. Because yeah, we're not going to take anything here that we're going to play. We're not going to play a Shining Armor or a Fortifying Provisions or a Scarecrow. So let's take an uncommon, I guess, for the Vault Progress. Oh, there's the Flutterfox I wanted. Pretty happy with Flutterfox. Silverflame Ritual, if you're mono white, is okay. Didn't Say Please, of course, is fantastic for the blue mill decks. Garen Briggs Squire just never really was good enough. But yeah, we'll take Flutterfox. Youthful Knight is a card that I can play if I have to. We're not going to play anything else here. We're getting a lot more white than I wanted. There's the second Marrowleaf Rider. I'm pretty happy with that. Youthful Knight Wheeling. Sure. Sure. Return to Nature for the sideboard. So we've almost got a deck. It's a little bit more white than I wanted. But we could always just get 3 more green cards and we're still very, 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 very green. I like it though. It looks decent. Looks decent. We'll take a Tome Raider here. That was a hate draft pick. I could have taken the uncommon for the Vault Progress, but instead I took a Tome Raider from somebody who I probably won't have to play against. Vantress Paladin last pick, no respect. We get a Dance of the Manse, which is not well, you could do some stuff, but it's not for us. We instead get an Archon of Absolution, which is absolutely dumb. Dumb. We're going to jam that in our deck and not even remotely cry that it's not green. There's a Marrowleaf Rider that might come back around. I'll play a third one. Trapped in a Tower, also very good. But yeah, let's take that Archon and feel pretty happy with ourselves. We get another Rosethorn. I really don't like Castle Garenbrig. It's just not a real card. Lonesome Unicorn is pretty decent, but I think I'd prefer the second Halberd. Currently we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things that work with it. Sounds good to me. And I'd be pretty happy to maybe pull out the Venerable Knight and the Youthful Knight, if possible, to replace them with non-humans. But yeah, let's take a Rosethorn. I would love another Flutterfox. Another Witch Stalker would be amazing. We kind of whiffed on getting removal, I guess. So there's a Witch Stalker and a Fairy Guide Mother, both very good, but we're going to take Witch Stalker. It's just super, super good. With a halberd on it, it's going to be great. It's going to make us food, which is going to keep us alive, and turn Merrileaf Rider into a slight lure creature, bring back our Troll King. All good things. So there's our 23 card deck. We're in best of 1, which means we're going to default to 16 land decks. And another Wildwood Tracker is going to be great. It's going to be great. Better than a Gardenbrigg Squire, better than a Fell the Pheasant. And there's no white cards here for us to play. So yeah, let's take that Wildwood. I like this deck. It's aggressive. It's gonna steal some games real fast. Real fast. And what's the green count right now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 green pips. 2, 4, 6, 8. 18 green pips to 8 white pips. That's what I like. That's going to be like an 11-7, maybe even a 12-6 split, which is the mana base you want in this format. Typically, that would be kind of a weird mana base to have, but we get a Lucky Clover. What does that do? Did we get much? Guide Mother, Pair, Beast. No, we didn't really get payoffs for Lucky Clover. There's not too much else that I would want over it. I think I might play a Gingerbrute over a Venerable Knight. Yeah, let's do a Gingerbrute over the Venerable Knight here. Gingerbrute holds a Halberd really well as well. Nothing I want here. We'll take an uncommon. We're not going to play a Sporecap Spider. We're not going to play a True Love's Kiss. We're not going to play that Prized Griffin. Oh, I guess I don't want this Prized Griffin already, eh? Would I put a Venerable Knight in over it? I'm not sure on that. So we could play Gingerbread Cavern. It's not my favorite card, but we're not playing Tall or Fell or Merrileaf Pixie. I just don't know if I want a probably tapped forest just to get 1 food. I don't think it's worth it. 4th Wildwood Tracker. Absolutely love it, especially because they all pump themselves. So yeah, we'll put that in over the Prized Griffin. This is an aggressive deck. 18 creatures, basically no removal. Oh boy. Oh boy. Another Merrileaf Rider. Would we play a 3rd one? Is it better than a Youthful Knight? It might just be better than a Youthful Knight. If we just keep our white cards as things that are pretty decently impactful, I think I'm okay with that. Looks like blue might actually have been a little bit open. Charm Sleep, Witching Well coming back. Even Mystic Sanctuary works in the blue decks. Way better than the Gingerbread Cabin works. We'll take that Charm Sleep. We're not going to play anything here. Let's take the Lochthwain Paladin. Lead Headhunter, not very good. One of the few, if not the only, of this cycle of 10 that is just not that good. It can do some work. I've lost to it for sure, but I'm not stoked on it otherwise. We'll take a Foreboding Fruit. And yeah, I'm happy with this deck. This reminds me of Eldraine. I loved Eldraine. Alright, I don't think we're going to make many changes here. We're just going to cut 1 plains so that we're playing 10-6. I assume 10 is the math here. Unfortunately, Arena is a beta program, and they have not gotten land counts to work. Yeah, 10-6. Seems good. Seems good. Let's do a match. Let's see how we go. Let's see if we can get 7 wins. Hopefully not 3 losses. Hopefully me talking confidently about this and this being my favorite format won't backfire on me with a quick 0-3. I hope that's not how it goes. Tomorrow we'll go back to doing Spiky Saturday with M21. And then some point, maybe this weekend, maybe Monday, I will do a video on Gladiator, a constructed format. I'm going to do some constructed content on the channel because my Discord is going to do a tournament that we're going to start a little bit later today and run this weekend. 4 rounds of Gladiator. If you don't know what Gladiator is, it's basically Canadian Highlander but on Arena. So it's 100 card singleton, historic, Go. No other rules, no commanders, none of that stuff. 2 cards are banned, Oko and Field of the Dead, because Oko and Field of the Dead. But yeah, so we're gonna drop this Wildwood Tracker, put it into a Flutterfox, so that this attacks as a 2/2. Jousting Dummy, I'll happily trade since we do have a bunch of these laying around. We could actually go Gingerbrute and a 1/1. I don't mind that. So let's go Gingerbrute. Let's actually offer the trade with both, because they might, if they have memories but not great memories of the format, they might overvalue this Gingerbrute here, and they do. Perfect. So we'll make a 1/1, which means we're gonna have a beast that is fully operational next turn. Looks like our opponent's on the mono red plan. Mono red was good. You can get a whole bunch of 7 dwarves going. Crystal Slipper. That's not the best. Alright, so we could just drop Lovestruck Beast, and that's going to give us 3 damage. We could also drop Fox Tracker, which gives us 3 damage. The following turn we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, Beast makes sense. Drop the Beast, get in for 3. Jousting a Dummy. Sure thing. And you're going to make it a hasty 3/1 Jousting Dummy? Sure. Fine by me. Now here's the trick. Oh, okay. I'll take 3. Our opponent thinks that they're racing us. Barge in. Alright. They did 5. I'm pretty okay with that, because we're going to do 8. And then we're going to go Flutterfox and Marrowleaf Rider. Opponent, would you like to take lethal? Yes, they would. We're 1-0. We're 1-0. All right, let's keep going with that. See what we can do. I imagine the matchmaking is going to be a little bit wonky there. We face someone in silver, we're in gold. There's probably such a low population, because this just went live an hour and a half ago, that will probably get paired pretty broadly. But let's see if we can go 2-0. We get a Cauldron on 1, Rider on 2, perhaps Flying Rider on 3. I'll give it a go. Basically never worth it to mull in best of 1. Do we want that food? Not really. I want the Cauldron online. Worthy Knight, pretty good, and that's going to be a bit challenging for us to deal with. Hopefully they don't pop out knights like crazy here. We'll gladly trade if they offer. Okay, so they're going to curry some favor, drop a Swordmaster, get a 1/1. Yeah, they are popping off. So this is target creature blocks. Okay, so if I get a food, I can make the Worthy Knight block. I could also just kill it with the Cauldron. Yeah, let's stop all those shenanigans right here, right now. Let's get all that done, because this Troll King probably will make some work of them. We're just going to have to dodge some bacon to a pies and such, but we can still return it from 1 bacon to a pie. Here I'll gladly trade the 3/1 for the 2/1. Tap it down. They've got an Ardenvale Tactician. Tactician's going to be a problem as well. This doesn't have reach, right? It's very big, but it doesn't have reach. Okay, so we are going to make the Rider fly. Get in for 5. Drop the Guide Mother. And then make a food. I guess we can force the Tactician to block. There's also the chance they just don't have a second white source and they can't play the Tactician for a while. But we are close to that Troll King being online, just one forest. Oh, they're gonna Reaper me. I think we pitch Troll King and Forest. No, then we still need a land for Sir Alan. Oh, that Reaper hurts. That Reaper hurts a lot. Do we just keep the Troll King? Any land gives us Sir Alan. Troll King can come back if we can get a little bit more food, which is going to be tricky, although we have all the eggs and stuff. So let's pitch Troll King, and let's pitch the land, and if we top deck a land for Sir Alan, awesome, right? No attacks, cool. There's the land for Sir Alan, which gives +1/+1 to everything. So we can attack in with Guide Mother, but not the Marrowleaf Rider. Although the Marrowleaf Rider would trade with everything there. Yeah, let's come in with Rider. If they have no board left and I'm attacking in with a 4/4 first striker. Oh, I miscounted. This is only when Sir Alan attacks. That's what I get for not playing this format for a while. Bake Sir Alan into a pie, pretty good. pretty good. We're going to drop the Curious Pair. And we're going to fly in for 1. But now I think we might be in trouble. We didn't go fast enough. And our deck definitely needs you to go fast. Bell of the Brawl is pretty good, so when it attacks, other knights get +1/+0. The other knights don't get Menace, right? Just she has Menace. Just she has Menace. Okay, so we're going to go Fierce Witch Stalker, which puts us 1 food away from Feasting Troll King coming back to party. Let's fly on in for another 1, take him down to 17. So we need a Fierce Witch Stalker number 2, Curious Pair number 2, Golden Egg, Ginger Brute. All of those get us the 3rd. So that's 5 out of 26. Okay. I'll take the win. I'll take the win that we were still definitely a bit of a ways away from deserving, but sure, 2-0. 2-0 it is. I think our opponent just got stuck on 4 lands and decided they could never play, which is not true. Also, did my deck say that I'm white, black, green? No, it said white, green. Okay. When I clicked play, I saw white, black, green, and I thought for a second that I had accidentally included a card that I should not have. All right. If we get a win, we get jumped into platinum. Yay. This is not a good hand. We'll keep it because best of 1, but not a good hand. We're going to go Cauldron into possibly nothing. We might have to mull this. We only have 6 white sources. We need 1 to play Flutterfox. Otherwise, we're looking at minimum 2 land draws to even get Witch Stalker online. We do have a billion 1 and 2 drops, though. Most of which are green. Yeah, I think I just keep this. On the draw, I think I keep it. On the play, I think we'd question, and I think it's still correct in best of 1 to just keep it. Because best of 1. Always keep. Alternatively, if our opponent's not actually here... Oh, there we go. Wait, has this been up the whole time? I don't think that was up the whole time. If it has, I'm bad at paying attention today. We're going to mute our opponent's dog. Just get that out of the way right away. It finally mutes when you click mute, which is nice. Overwhelmed Apprentice. Okay, I would have actually liked both of those cards. Oh. Oh, the sound keeps going. Maybe there's some lag going on with our friend Arena today. All right, so they might be on mill. That could be why they're playing Overwhelmed Apprentice. It's not good. I wouldn't play it otherwise in a blue deck, and even in the mill deck, there's better choices. We're not going to block. Absolutely no chance of that. Not when this Wildwood Tracker is going to come in with, oh, I don't know, 2 Rose Throne Halberds? How's that sound? How does that sound? You going to run away together, my tracker? Okay, run away together, sure thing. I'll replay it. Pass the turn. They're going to play the slow mill game. But I don't think they've got Merfolk Secret Keepers on hand. Otherwise, they'd be playing those and not the Overwhelmed Apprentice. 2 lands, that frickin' hurts. And they scry top. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. We're going to go Flutterfox. And I really want that Halberd on the Fox, TBH. So we're going to come in for 2 and drop a Cauldron. Next turn we'll drop the Halberd onto the Fox. And then otherwise to equip it, it's 5. So you definitely want to be getting that free equip. So tiny. Sure. Let's drop the Cauldron. Pass the turn. Alright, so what did you top here? What did you top? Now, if we hit a land, we probably actually are going to Witch Stalker instead. They topped an Archon, which has pro-white, which ruins literally all of my plans. I guess we have to Cauldron it right here, right now, because we can do that. Didn't see the Cauldron there for a second. Let's fly in for 2. Protection. Steel Gaze Griffin, sure thing. We will Halberd up our Fox. And we can give it +2/+1. That uses up our mana. We may as well, because otherwise the tracker becomes a 1/1. It would be a 2/2. So yeah, let's make our Flutter Fox really fly and get in for 6. The chumps with 1 card in hand? I love it. I love it. Tome Raider? Sure. Sure thing, Areno. Ginger Brute? Sure thing, Areno. You're going to pay 1 and attack with your Brute? Because we are winning this race. Boy, howdy. Yeah, we're going to fly in for 4. They're going to chump. Sure thing. Nope, they're not going to chump. Because they think they're going to chump my Guide Mother instead. You can do as you wish. Do I want the food from the Curious Pair, or do I want the Curious Pair down? I want the food from the Curious Pair. And then we'll pass the turn. If we can hit a 4th land and get those Witch Stalkers down, I think we shut the door on this. Straight up pass of the turn. You love to see it. Well, in the air for 5. You know, Ardenvale Tactician me? Sure. Whatevs. Whatevs. Fierce Witch Stalker. Big ol' Trampler. Big ol' Trampler. We'll jam that in next turn. Eat some creatures. Shine Chaser? Sure. So it's a 3/3 with Vigilance. Fairy Vandal? Sure. These are all pretty good cards our opponent's playing. I would prefer if they stopped. We're going to come on in because we just have better creatures coming on deck here. So if we trade there, I'm happy with that, and they take 4 and go to 10. Super happy with that. And yeah, we're just going to jam down Sir Alan. Making this a 5/5 next turn. They're in trouble. They are in trouble. Do we need to attach a halberd to something? 1, 2, 3, 4. They could quintuple block Sir Alan. I don't think we have to attach a halberd to anything. So we are just going to slam with Sir Alan and Witchstalker. That is what we're going to do. So in for 9. The 5/5 has trample. The mega block. The mega block. So we're dealing 5, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems good. Seems good. And the chump on the brute, they're going to gain 3 life. And we're going to replace this dead Witchstalker with another Witchstalker. Boom, 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 boom. Witchstalker number 2. More food. And I think we're going to slam the door here. Yeah. Let's just smoosh on in. The old 11. They're going to so tiny my Witchstalker. Pretty good, pretty good. We're not slamming the door yet. We're only dealing half their life total, almost. So they're going to chump and go into top deck mode. Love that. Love that. Alright, so we're going to draw a card here. Play the land. We'll draw another card and then just play Curious Pair. Or Wildwood Tracker does more damage. Alright, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage coming at him. 10, 11. We can take him to 2. Charmed Sleep Sir Alan. Alright, they've got all the removal. They've got all that there removal. So we're going to halberd up the flyer. And slam. So that's 5. And then we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're dead. They be dead. They be dead. Alright, 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. I like it. Let's go 7-0. Let's go 7-0. I love this format. There's 15 different decks you can play. You can play mono white, mono blue, mono black, mono red, mono green. You can play all 10 color pairs. You can splash a little bit if you want to. There's a blue control deck. There's a blue mill deck. There's so much you can do in this format. The best non-unstable draft format ever. If you didn't like it because of bots, if you have never played with people, if you've never played it, give it a go. This is high mark for me for draft formats. This, Innistrad, Eldritch Moon, M13's up there. Unstable is my favorite draft format. Of course, that one's a little bit more fun. You can only play it with people. And who plays Magic with people anymore? Okay. We're going to have to draw some lands, but we can go food, fox, pear, something. We'll get there. We'll get there. Forest, food, go. So our fox is going to have flying thanks to our crunchy artifact food. So let's play our flying fox. Find a forest, and we've got a Witchstalker on 4. Find a forest, and we've got 2 Witchstalkers on 4. So let's fly in for 2, and then let's just drop a Curious Pair. Get a little bit more damage if they miss another turn here. So red-green, eh? Red-green is the... Ooh, poof. 3 colors. Wandermare, you betcha. Oh, there's what we wanted. So we fly in for 2. Drop the Witchstalker. We'll see if it can tussle with that Wandermare or not. They may have an adventure, which will put a counter on it. 3-color adventure. Intriguing. Intriguing. So we're what, 2 forests away from Troll King? Not too shabby. Go through combat. I'm gonna giant killer my Witch Stalker. Fair enough. Fair enough. One more forest and we get Troll King, and that's going to be some trouble for our opponent. So we're going to drop Witch Stalker. We're going to drop Curious Pair, which means we now have, assuming we can cast this Troll King, we have 2 rebuys of the Troll King. So they're going to play Giant Killer, which will tap our Troll King down pretty well. Trapped in a tower, my Witch Stalker. Disgusting. Disgusting. So now they can't play Giant Killer at least. The opponent oopsed. It's not really an oops. If you played the Giant Killer, you couldn't play the Trapped in a Tower. Just made a perhaps suboptimal choice, but even then I don't think it's the suboptimal choice. We'll take 3, because this gets us in for another point of damage here. Hot Troll King. How's it going? How's it going? Well, let's get a big old stack of food here. Smash on in for 3. Take him to 11. And then that's 7, 8, 9, 10 coming in next turn. So we may force a chump of the Troll King here. And then they're kind of locked into keeping it tapped. Never mind. That's a questing beast, which is actually fine, right? We just trade Troll King for it. Bring Troll King back. Yeah, no, that's fine for us. Totally fine for us. Oh, you can only do it at sorcery speed? Oh, I forgot how it worked. I forgot how it worked. Well, instead, we've got Fairy Guide Mother to give our Witch Stalker flying, which breaks the Trapped in a Tower. We fly on in for 8. We bring back the Troll King. Boop, boop, boop. We drop the Guide Mother. We drop the Curious Pair. Probably still okay. They're locked into tapping down the Troll King, which means they have 4 mana to work with. 3 is coming in the air pretty much regardless. Curious Pair, sure. Still super locked into tapping down that Troll King, so let's make him tap it down. So we've got him at 3. If you figure they trade here, they block here, we would get 1 point of damage and lose our Witch Stalker. So we'd put them to 2, which puts them dead to just the Fox. I don't think it's worth it this turn. Let's just get in for the 3. So they're again locked in, but now they're going to have 2, 4, 5 mana available. They're not going to have the blocker for the Giant Killer, so they've got 2 blockers at the moment. So assuming they kill or nullify Enchanted Carriage, they are dead in the air. They're dead in the air. We win. We win. Go to combat. Oh, I guess they could tap the Fox. It's a terrible idea, but we're going to smash. Because we can just buy back this Troll King. Good game. They're going to take it all to the face. Negative 13. We're 4-0. We're 4-0. Eldraine's great. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I could get to Mythic in Eldraine, I betcha, in 1 week. Because that's all it's around for. It's gone next Friday. Next Friday it's going to turn into Dominaria. A Dominaria Pumpkin Carriage. Although Dominaria is fine. Again, not that great in Best of 1, but it's fine. Alright, 4-0. We've almost got our money back. We get our money back at 5, I think. But yeah, if you're thinking about Eldraine, I strongly recommend it. It got unfairly maligned due to bots. It got unfairly maligned due to limited resources, hating it for no reason. This is a fantastic opener. We can go Wildwood into Wildwood. Wildwood into Wildwood into Flutterfox. Does that make more damage? No, Wildwood into Flutterfox is same damage, but perhaps gives us another option. We'll have to see what we draw on turn 2. Well, Fox isn't guaranteed to get through. We don't have an artifact just yet. Yeah, let's go with Fox. Because if we do hit the Halberd, it's going to be amazing. What you on, opponent? White, white. What you gonna do? You certainly don't want to Trapped in the Tower my Flutterfox. That would be a bad idea. Silverflame Squire, sure. I will pretty dang happily trade with that. In. Which one do you want to eat? Fox? Sure. We can go with another tracker, and we will... I actually want to push the damage here. I don't want the food as much as I want the potential extra point of damage. Because if they miss a creature here, this is 5 coming in. I doubt they will. Shepherd of the Flock? Yeah, I'll happily trade with that as well. Although I guess now one of our trackers is not going to trigger. They really should not block the Curious Pair there. Unfortunately, I said that out loud and they heard me. Oh. Oh, they take it. They're afraid of something happening. Oh, if we find another forest, we've got the beats a-coming. Rosethorn Acolyte, sure thing. That's going to put a stop to us. That's going to put a stop to us till we find the forest. Why couldn't you be a forest? There's trees on you. Alright, we still need to close the game here, but we did a really good opener there. Fierce Witchstalker, very, very good. Well, there's the forest I wanted. Troll King, shut the door. Shut the door. So what happens here? They block Witchstalker Acolyte. It's fine by me. I need them to not have Trapped in a Tower, because then we're a little bit stuck until we get a our only Fairy Guide Mother. Glass Casket won't do it. I can't remember what the green fight spell is. I think it had Adamant, if I remember correctly. Yes. Yes. Because it had weird art that I can't remember exactly what the heck was going on with it. But Adamant, I think, gives Indestructible to the thing doing it. So I don't think the fight spell's gonna do what they want to do. Alright, opponent's thinking it through. Thinking it through. They checked out their food. Their food didn't quite have the answers for them. So we're going to drop this Skaldrin here. And we're going to smash in, because we actually get to really ruin their blocks with the Skaldrin. Ardenvale Tactician. Everybody's got them. Everybody and their brother has an Ardenvale Tactician. My bet is some people did not know that this card is very good and probably passed them pretty heavily. You should basically never pass this card. It's better than a lot of rares. We passed it. And given that we ended up in white, we shouldn't have ultimately, but we didn't know that. So end of turn, we're going to Skaldrin the Acolyte. Tall as a beanstalk. Super care. I super care about that, actually. I forgot that tall as a beanstalk wasn't a pump trick. I thought it was a combat trick. No, it's an aura. So it trades with our Troll King, and that's fine. That's super fine. Also, I will block the Rosethorn Acolyte with my 1/3. What is this attack? That was a confused attempt at an attack. We are going to kill the 2/3. Let's get rid of that. And then, yeah, we'll jam Troll King into that Witch Stalker. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. And both of these fellas come in too. Actually, Curious Pair could have come in as well. So they're going to eat one of those and just take 7 to the face? Gladly. Oh, Marrowleaf Rider could just end this game for us if we force everything to block Marrowleaf Rider and we come in with the Troll King. We'll have to see what they play. And also see what tricks they could have. I'm not sure what tricks they could have. Can't quite remember the tricks. They're trying to think it through. But they don't have too much mana to work with. We do have to remember they're at virtual 7 if they leave 3 mana up, but they did not leave 3 mana up. So this just seems like a fantastic attack for me. I don't think they have anything in for 2 green mana. Two green mana? I don't think there's anything, and I'm not going to bother looking it up, although I should. So let's make both of those block. And then let's come on and slam. Oh, does food cost 2? Food costs 2. We still win. But food costs 2. There we go. I was thinking food costs 3. Food costs 2 to give you 3. 5-0. We got our money back. Undefeated so far. Let's go 7-0. 2 more wins. 2 more wins. And that was our hardest attempt at a win there, I think. I need a haircut at some point. I was going to get one before the world went to hell. But then the world went to hell. Yep, this is great. Tracker into Rider, into Archon. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Green, Tracker. Go, go, go. Also up against green, sure thing. We're going to go Rider in for 2. Next turn we've got Rider Cauldron if we don't have anything better. Opponent also on the green-white plan with an Edgewall Innkeeper. Don't care about that. Yeah, we'll see if they want to trade. I doubt they will. They do not want to trade. So we want to do a whole bunch of damage the following turn. So we're going to go Rider Cauldron. Because if they give us a block, or if they give us a kill with the Cauldron, this is 3, 6, 8 coming in, taking 5. And they're going to drop something we definitely want to kill. So we will murderize that. Come on in for 8. They take it. They go to 5. So they're actually dead with Golden Egg here if they don't play enough blockers. A Bartered Cow. Not the best card I've ever seen. So we could Golden Egg, force the cow to block a Rider. We'd have to explicitly draw another Golden Egg or a Gingerbrute to make it work. So what we're going to do is come on and slam and drop an Archon. Take them to 2, drop an Archon, and Archon probably closes the door on them. Even the fight spell doesn't work because pro-white. Mysterious Pathlighter doesn't work. Silver Flame Squire doesn't work. GG. 6-0. 6-0. Oh, it feels good to be back for this format. I'm glad that first draft I was able to just like jump right back into it. Claim the prize. Let's go for our 7-0 win here. And then I can get this gladiator tournament started because I'm sure people are waiting. I think we've got everybody in for it. Looks like we're still waiting for one person. We're going to have 12 people in it, 4 rounds. Everybody thinks that I'm going to be playing mono red. And I still might, but I don't think I am. I think I'm going to surprise everybody with Jeskai Super Friends. Because who doesn't want to play Teferi? And Oath of Teferi with Teferi. Is Oath of Teferi every turn? Would I get to activate Teferi 4 times? I think I might. But yeah, I'll hopefully be able to do that video. The trick is that when my pairing comes up, I'm going to have to organize with the person that I'm playing against when we're going to actually meet up. I'm going to have to be ready and get the green screen up and yada yada. We'll keep this. This looks like a hand that can win against this mythic opponent. So we're going to go Tracker, Rider, Egg Stalker is the current plan, I think. Boom, boom. Black, eh? Yeah, we're going to go Rider because that represents 5 damage coming in. Next turn gives us Tracker, Egg. Smitten Swordmaster? Sure. Not much of a problem. So let's smash in. I assume they'll kill the Tracker here. They take it. Alright, let's drop the egg, see what we draw. Drop the Wildwood Tracker. That's going to give us a Witch Stalker next turn. And this is some damage. This is 7 damage on board right now. Red Cap Raiders? Sure. So our opponent's looking like they're black-red aggro-ish. And we still just have great attacks here. In we go. I like an empty board with a Witch Stalker coming down. Opponent playing around combat tricks that we definitely have in hand. And we'll drop the Witch Stalker. So they took no damage there, but we also basically wrathed their board. Lockthwain Paladin, it's a 3-2, sure. Smashy smashy, because we're going to replace that tracker with another tracker. In for 4. We will Golden Egg first, see if we draw something better. Hi. Let's top deck a forest, shall we? Let's top deck a forest. Alright, this one successfully became a 4-3. Hey, we did it. We're good at Magic. Interesting. Yeah, I'm fine with this. If they want to take 4 and go to 5 in order to eat that tracker, I'm super okay with that. Because then we drop a Troll King and we've got 11 Trample coming at them next turn. And we've got 2 buybacks on this Troll. Easy peasy 7-0. What can I say? Anybody who started watching me during Theros or Ikoria and thought I was bad and angry and hated the game, you should have seen me during Eldraine. Eldraine was a good format. Alright, 7-0. Like I said, if you are in any way thinking about trying out Eldraine and you haven't already, you should go try out Eldraine. It's fantastic. You can do anything. You can do anything. There's some BS. There's Oko. There's Sir Conrad. There's some BS, but it is a super good format, so go check it out. Let me know your memories of Eldraine. Let me know if you've tried Eldraine. Let me know if you want tips on Eldraine. I'll give you tips. Everybody can have tips. It's only around for a week. I would play this format forever. Let me know whatever you want to know in the comments down below. As always, if you do have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can find me over on Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. Twitch, especially next week, I will be one of the featured Arena WotC creators. So come check that out. I'll be streaming on Wednesday as usual, and maybe another day or two. We'll be doing marbles and magic. I'll have a Lego stream coming up maybe tonight, actually. I've got a Lego set that I really want to finish up. If you think that's dumb, why would you watch me play Lego? It's because we also chat. We chat a lot about Magic. It's usually 2 hours of talking about Magic while I build Lego. But we also talk about beer and Lego and the world and etc. It's a fun hangout time. You can go to patreon.com/ManaLeek if you want to help out the channel that way. Patrons are absolutely who keeps the channel alive. If you become a patron, you can be in the Discord as well. If you're a Twitch subscriber, you can be in the Discord, which means you can play tournaments like the Gladiator tournament we're going to start pretty soon. But yeah, the easiest way to help out is like, share, subscribe. And if you do have any questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see y'all next time.